It's a new day all over.
Welcome back to New Day Northwest. Well, it's safe to say that when a woman donates her eggs, it's a very scientific and lengthy process, but it's the emotional side of egg donation that resonates with so many women, and many times that's what has them coming back to donate again. Today we're going to meet two of these women. Please welcome Gloria and Michelle, who have donated their eggs, along with nurse practitioner Lindsay Wood from Seattle Reproductive Medicine. Thanks for being with us. Lindsay, maybe you can start by explaining to us why this need is there in the first place.
Sure. So really the only way of overcoming the effects of advancing maternal age is by using an egg donor. And you know, more often I think women are waiting a little bit later in life to start their families or maybe add to their family. This is really the only way you can overcome that.
What are the requirements? Can just anyone be an egg donor, or are there certain things that you cannot have done, or requirements you need to fill in order to be a candidate?
Yeah, well, the screening is pretty rigorous. It takes about 2 months on average, but it includes physical exam, a very thorough family history, genetic testing. You know, we've got to make sure that they have good ovarian reserves. So, you know, there's a lot that goes into it, but definitely no smoking. Tattoos are okay. A lot of people ask about that. We just want to be sure that they're using a safe tattoo.
So no tattoo in recent history, or something that can be checked out?
Actually, as long as they're using sterile equipment.
Okay. Yeah. And age limits?
21 to 31.
All right. I'm a bit north of that now. But so that's a 2-month screening process, and then the process itself takes a long time.
Yeah. So the actual cycles, the actual stimulation and egg retrieval take about 2 weeks, but there's lead-in time to that, and then there's also about a 2-week recovery. So this is a big commitment, Gloria and Michelle. You both have made this commitment multiple times. Why did you make this decision to even just go get screened to become an egg donor in the first place?
Well, I'll go first, I guess. I actually am a single mom, and at the time I wanted to transition from one career to another, and being a single mom was kind of hard. So to start with, it was mostly for the compensation of it, and as it went on and progressed, I got to know the backstory of some of these women, and it gets really emotional, and it goes a lot deeper than that. So it's very rewarding to be able to give somebody something they want more than anything else in the world. So.
Was it the same for you? Did you have different motivations?
Yeah, the same. You kind of hear about it. You're in a situation, and it sounds a nice opportunity, and then you get to know. I got letters and cards and things, and I identified with these women as a mother, and I just wanted to help, and it just became kind of we were a team together each time, so yeah.
And what is the compensation to donate an egg?
It's through our clinic, it's $4,000 for a first cycle, and then $4,500 for any subsequent cycles.
So that's a good chunk of change, but make no mistake, it's not like you just go in one day and boom, you're done and you get this check. How long did it take the first time that you donated? How long was the process?
Well, the screening process, like she said, was about 2 months, and I think it was about 6 months after that, so, or maybe even longer, so I think about 9 months before my first donation, and that's kind of, it's reassuring because it's not like going to donate your blood. You want to make sure that they're doing a thorough, lengthy process for this because it's serious stuff. So.
How does it feel physically, without getting too graphic?
I felt no change in me whatsoever. I thought I would because of hormones, and a lot of other people thought I would too, but there was no change. It was just like taking vitamins.
Yeah. Same for you.
Cramping afterwards, but it's not a big deal.
And some people might worry, if I'm giving away my eggs, I will have no eggs left for myself. Is that scientifically unsound? Nothing to worry about there?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So basically we're taking advantage of the whole group of eggs that a woman gets each month instead of, you know, your natural cycle, you would just get 1, maybe 2 dominant follicles, and the rest would just die away. So we're taking advantage of that whole group. So it's not taking away eggs any quicker in the lifespan.
Right. Is this something that you would recommend to other women, or do you think it takes a certain type of person to donate their eggs time and again?
Certain type of person.
It does take a certain type, but I absolutely recommend it. So.
What type of person, if you had to characterize? Who else do you think this would work for?
Responsible.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely.
If a person's already been a mother, that would be really important.
Someone that can kind of emotionally connect to what experience it is. So.
Do you ever have an opportunity to meet anyone who may have benefited from this, or you just hear the general stories about women who've had successful fertility treatment?
I have not got to meet anybody.
And I have gotten to meet one of the recipients, so yeah.
Wow, what was that like?
It was, I didn't know, I kind of was anticipating it. It was very natural. It was her child, and I didn't feel any odd feelings, and it was just full circle for me, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah.
Lindsay, are there any other health risks potentially associated with donating eggs? What do people need to be aware of in that regard?
Well, in the short term, you know, it's a surgery, so there is general anesthesia, and along with that, any of the risks that you would have with any surgery, like infection, bleeding, you know, potential complications there. But fortunately, they're very rare.
And is there a specific kind of donor who is in need, or is it any woman who qualifies under your criteria is great?
We're always in need of all types of donors, but definitely donors of Asian descent are in very high demand. It's really hard to find those donors.
And how do you get the word out? Is it through word of mouth from people who have done it already? I mean, obviously this is one way to do it, but is this something that you guys talk about a lot, and is that the way that you get people coming in?
Yeah, we've done pretty minimal advertising for donors, but I think we're going to start amping that up a little bit as our demand is increasing with recipients.
And it is increasing in terms of the number of eggs that you need coming in. Okay, well, we're getting the word out right now. So thank you so much for coming in and sharing your stories with us. If you're interested in becoming an egg donor, your first step would be to take this quick online questionnaire for Seattle Reproductive Medicine. We've got a link on our website.